What's going on, guys? Today we are looking at Prime Moment Puyol, and he's coming up next. So in today's video we are having a look at Prime Moment Puyol. He came out yesterday, and actually I'm really surprised with him. 93 rated, and he's only around about 720k to do on an SBC. You get around about 370k-ish packs back. So obviously it is a little bit less than you normally do, but you are putting in a hell of a lot less compared to a lot of these Prime Moments, which, to be honest, I'm very surprised at. With this Prime Moment, pretty much all you got to do is do the normal 3, the bronze, silver, and the gold with 2 informs. Then you have to do an 83, 4, 5, 6, and 7, all with 2 informs in it. And that's it. That's all you have to do for this card. And I'm really shocked that that's what you've got to do, because he's 93 rated, 97 defending, and 94 physical, 72 pace, but obviously that can be worked out. To be honest, you could get that up easily with a shadow chem style on him. If my laptop will move, I can definitely show you what that would be like. So overall with him, I'm pretty happy with them. Personally, the benefit of this Prime Moment for me, especially being this cheap, is the fact that he has a strong link with De Gea, which is always nice to have. And that means then the second centre-back can literally be anyone. It can be a dead link, and he will still get 10. So that's always nice to see. My laptop is frozen for some reason, not going on anything. So let's try and open up that page again. Looking at his basic information then, 2-star skiller, 3-star weak foot, right footed, 5'10" with a high defensive work rate and a medium attacking work rate. So again, 5'10" isn't the biggest for a centre back, and that is probably where a lot of people will stand on, because I know Cannavaro was always seen as not the fact that he's not a good defender. In real life, he is arguably one of the best defenders who played, to be honest. And same with Puyol, to be honest. I grew up seeing him absolutely demolishing people, and yeah, he may not be the biggest player in the world. Obviously, I do like him as a right back. I think he's absolutely solid. But as a centre back, he adds that desire, that hunt, that strength, and that is everything I want in a centre back. So now I've got the kind of page running up. If you wanted to get the full pace on him, you can put a catalyst on him. Personally, my preference for the pace, and that is 9 pace, so it gets it up to 81 and 78 passing. You do have a few other ones on the options. Obviously, anchor will get you defending to 99, physicality to 96, and pace to 76. Personally, with this card, I don't really need any physicality or defending. It's already 97 and 94, so I think for this it's a bit overkill. I tried a funny one, because I don't think I necessarily needed too much pace. Personally, I went to try artist just to give him a bit more skill on the ball and a bit more passing, because his defense, once we get into it, you'll realize you don't need to touch any of it. It is absolutely immaculate defended. So he's got 72 pace, like I said, as a base. That gives him 70 acceleration and 72 sprint speed. I personally think that's good enough. If you want to add a little bit more, I would probably go with Catalyst, just because that will add the pace, and defending doesn't need to be touched, because if you put a shadow on him, it's going to get everything to 99, but I just think there's more to add to this card than whacking that defensive on. Then we have some of the standout stats on the other stats. He's got 91 reactions, which is always fantastic, and he also has 87 composure, which is another nice skill to note down. The fact that he does feel very comfortable on the ball already, and that is my kind of argument to add the passing and dribbling, just to give him that little extra bit of benefit on the ball, just so you know that you are comfortable with him. Looking then, realistically, everything else is a bit lower, mainly around the 70s, and then a few around the 50s, the ones that necessarily don't matter to this card. And then we have the big ones. We have the 94 physicality, which gives him 90 jumping, 89 stamina, 94 aggression, and 96 strength. That is a wonderful stat to have right there. The jumping is fantastic. The strength and aggression is great. And even though the stamina necessarily doesn't need to be massively high, it's always a benefit to have it. It's always nice to have it than to not have it. So I always argue that, and I think that is amazing. Then we move on to the really big stat. 97 defending overall, which gives you 99 interceptions, 98 heading accuracy and standing tackle, 95 marking, and 93 sliding tackle. Now that is a stat you do not need to change. It is his defending is absolutely class. You whack him with any other decent centre back. Like personally, if I had my team of the year Varane back, that would be a pair and a half. Two prime icon moment cards, whatever you want to call them, that they are just going to be dominating that centre-back position, which is incredible to see. So I'm really debating whether to do this card fully for myself. Obviously, I've already done the loan. I'm going to try it in Foot Champs today and see what I think in my team. Does it make much of a difference? Because he will replace Van Dijk, his normal version, and Varane will be next to him. So I'm interested to see. I definitely want to go with that and have a roll in Foot Champs. But through Division Rivals, when I played with him, I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Solid at the back. The pace, I didn't really notice him getting outburned by anyone. I felt like he already had them before the ball even got to them. Fantastic centre-back overall. Chem star-wise, like I said, personally, you can have the pace, but I'd definitely go with just the Catalyst rather than Shadow, and Hunter would be a bit of a waste anyway. Or I would go for something that necessarily is pace and dribbling, like Artist, or possibly just pace, dribbling, and maybe physicality. I don't know if that's one. I'd kind of steer clear of trying to get that defending stat up, as it's already pretty OP. So overall rating for him is obviously going to be a 10 again. Pro moments have not disappointed me yet. I've really not found one that has actually made me think that he's not worth the coins, especially this one being only 700k to complete. Now that is a really nice price tag for me. Really happy with that. I think a lot of people will eventually do this one. Obviously it doesn't require an icon as well, which is always better. And I think the reason why this is, I think looking at the newer ones, so when Hullet comes out, when Cruyff comes out, I feel like they will require a prime moment card. With these ones that don't require an icon, I reckon they're going to be the ones that are made to give up as such in a big prime moment. So hopefully not. Hopefully it's just more icons. Maybe they'd give you an 88 squad that must have an icon or something like that. I'm praying it's that rather than these prime moments, but we'll wait and see. On the market, this one's going to cost you around about $1 million on the Xbox and just over 900k on the PlayStation. So relatively good price if you want him tradable, but personally the SBC is where it's at for me. So I'll let you know on an update how that's going. I'll probably put it in the comments if I do decide to do it after Foot Birthday comes out. And that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think about him. Do you prefer Puyol in a right back or centre back position? Let me know down below. Make sure you like this video, especially if you've got this far. The love is absolutely incredible. Make sure you subscribe because we're going to be doing more content. We'll see what comes out this Friday, or today in fact, at 6 PM, and I'll see you all again next time. Peace.